Keeping the ball rolling, Seawolves, I'm here at the Unity Cultural Center as we continue to celebrate Black History Month. Today, many of our students got an opportunity to meet a lot of Black health professionals who offered insight on career and programs offered by Stony Brook University. Stay with us. Following delays in Welcome Week after a damaging storm in mid-August, Stony Brook University opens its doors to thousands of new students for the 2024-2025 academic year.
With the wonderful Ocean, who's the president of UST, the undergraduate student government, responsible for so many wonderful events at Stony. How are you doing today, Ocean?
I'm doing all right. Feel okay.
On October 25th, the Center for Prevention and Outreach held its annual Take a Stand, Walk With Me domestic violence awareness event.
So this walk is for domestic violence awareness.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. On today's Art Tank, we will be discussing the various beautification projects that are rampant around Stony Brook's campus. Today, I am joined by Judith Brown-Clark, the Vice President of Equity and Inclusion and Chief Diversity Officer. How are you doing today, Judith?
I'm well, Andrew. Thank you for having me.
On February 6, 2023, a powerful 7.8 magnitude earthquake and a series of strong tremors and aftershocks devastated southeast Turkey and northwest Syria. The combined Turkey and Syria death toll recently surpassed 50,000, with tens of thousands being injured and displaced. 2 weeks later, on February 20th, 2023, an additional 6.3 magnitude earthquake hit southern Turkey, causing additional deaths and injuries. Teams of search and rescue personnel from all around the world are now primarily focusing on recovery activities after searching desperately for new survivors for almost 2 weeks. According to reports, at least 47,000 buildings have been demolished or damaged, and there are over 87,000 injured. Let's hear Stony Brook students' thoughts on the devastating earthquake.
So as the Turkish Student American Association, our first goal was to let everyone know about what happened and create awareness. So what we first started doing was to start a clothing drive, because that's what they needed immediately. All the families that lost their homes were living outside, so they needed a lot of winter clothes. So we started a clothing drive, and we collected clothing, sanitary products, shoes, boots from all the students at Stony Brook. That way we could create also awareness about what was going on, because most people don't really know what was happening.
So when the earthquake happened, of course, it was a sudden earthquake. No one knew about it. And seeing that happen in my own country hurt a lot of people. It didn't hurt my own family, but I know people that lost the whole family, lost their siblings and the siblings' family. It's really heartbreaking to see everyone going through this, because there are millions, approximately 13 million people got affected from this.
When I do go visit Syria, you see bullets all over buildings, and now the earthquake not only knocking down these buildings, but refugee camps as well. Is very devastating to hear, because people genuinely have nowhere to live. Electricity also runs 2 to 3 hours every single day. Government shuts it off whenever they want to.
With thousands of buildings collapsing, leaving countless people exposed to unforgiving conditions, schools and hospitals have been destroyed. Millions of people around the world are helping out in an effort to assist them. The Turkish American Student Association has started various projects to raise awareness and help those back home. The 2022 World Cup has been eventful with shocking results with every match. Out of all the countries so far, only 3 have been eliminated: Ecuador, Canada, and the hosting country, Qatar. In stunning fashion, the US team made it out the round of 16 after defeating Iran 1-0. It all began in 1930 with just 13 teams. Since its original creation, the World Cup has truly evolved, now having 32 teams with 64 matches played. This tournament has been held in amazing notable places, from France and Italy to the first ever World Cup being played in Uruguay. But with the 21st FIFA World Cup, there seems to be a lot of controversy and backlash surrounding the decision to play in Qatar.
I think, firstly, the way that they received the bid for the 2022 World Cup was, again, corrupt. Secondly, it's in the winter, so I think it also loses a little lore. Growing up, the World Cup was always in summer for me. It was a part of the summer, it's part of summer vacation. Now having to also balance schoolwork and being able to watch my country play. First of all, you know that the FIFA itself had a litany of allegations against them in 2014, 2018, 2016, 2017, with Sepp Blatter being the former president. So honestly, nothing they could have really done. Currently, with what's happening with the protests and them trying to change, I guess, the view and the mentality of another nation, this little a country that clearly is based on government based off of their religious beliefs. It's quite hard for us to go in and try to impose what we consider to be our freedoms on them and try to change their cultural viewpoint.
I couldn't be more excited to see these games. I mean, yesterday was community. What's happening to the women? What's happening to the migrant worker who built the stadiums? You know, the English team and others wanted to wear an armband that said "One Love," and that was stricken. They couldn't wear it, and the excuse was used that it's not a part of the official uniform. And there's many, many other cases where you can say how much money was spent to put together these stadiums, billions and billions of dollars on the backs of migrant workers and people who possibly weren't paid fairly or housed fairly. And why did that happen? That's really the question. How did FIFA allow that to happen? And what hand does FIFA have in this? How did this country get the World Cup to begin with? Maybe it's positive that this country is trying to create a new brand for itself. But my question is, with everything that's been done, is this country being looked at in a positive way or not after everything that's been exposed?
Can't wait to see the results of the FIFA World Cup. I'm Andrew Candio. Let's kick it back to Skylar and Kat.
An exciting season ahead.
The ball is now in your court, Jake and Andrew. Take it away.
Jake, while the football team is having a winning season, as per usual, we have the men's and women's basketball team to unfold, as they were a couple possessions away from making the NCAA tournament.
That's right, Andrew. They played all their home games right here at Island Federal Arena. They were able to make it to the CAA final, as you mentioned. Unfortunately, they fell short, and if they want to make it back there in this coming season, it's going to be a bit of an arduous journey, as a lot of the key pieces that have been Seawolves for years, they have moved on, and replacing them is a lot of new blood on these teams.
Certainly. Tyler Stevenson-Moore, Aaron Clark, and Keenan Fitzmaurice, three key pieces which are no longer on the team. On the women's side, Gigi Gonzalez, and a new head coach, Joy McCarthy. How do you feel about this?
Yeah, well, on the men's side, Drew, I think it's very much going to be a next man up kind of thing. Or guys like Tyler Stevenson-Moore and Aaron Clark in the backcourt. Those were your primary starters last year. They averaged 30 points per game. Somebody is going to have to replace that production, and it's not going to be an easy task for head coach Gino Ford to find that production. But if there's somebody that I could see stepping up that was on last year's team, I think it's Jared Fry. He averaged around 6 points a game last year, but the big thing for me is he shot 36% from three. If you want to win the modern game, you got to be able to shoot threes. And him having that green light from Coach Ford last year, and if that trust is maintained, I can see him being a big player for the men's team this upcoming season.
And what about the women's side? You know, new coach, a couple key pieces lost. Where are we thinking about that?
Well, I think it's important on the women's side for the veterans that are still there, the Marla Kings, the Khalees Corleys, the Janae Brantleys, the Zeta Gonzalez's. These people know what it takes to make it deep in this conference. They know what it takes to potentially get close to making the NCAA tournament. And if they fully buy in to what Coach Joy McCorvey is selling, I think that'll go a long way in helping not only the young folks on the team gel, but also make sure the message and the mission is very central, all the same, nobody's out for themselves, and having that mindset in a team sport can go a long way.
I certainly cannot wait for the season to start. For the women's basketball team, they open against Lemoyne November 7th, and the men's basketball team against St. Joseph's here at the Island Federal Arena. I'm really excited for the season. I can't wait to watch it, and I hope you Seawolves are tuned in as well.
Back to the studio.
Thanks, Jake and Andrew. The buzz around the upcoming basketball season has me all fired